Hello, everybody. Welcome to the RiteGuys Sports Talk mini truck stop edition quickie. I'm gonna go over a little bit of NHL. They're about to wrap up their regular season and go over the Dubai World Cup, which is gonna be Saturday, the world's richest horse race, and that will be what up, Chance? What up, Habs? But and we got a couple free. Actually, got one free hockey bet for you, and we're probably gonna be showing you a little bit on the horse races too, if you guys are into that. No, I'm just doing a small one. Gonna go over some NHL. All right, we're gonna go straight into. All right, the playoffs are about to start here in the NHL. Probably about 8 games left. Our record so far will be 45-29, 61%. Lost one last night. It was a 5-2, actually not too good, but still so far going pretty good with a few games left. So tonight we'll have Carolina at Columbus, which is they'll be on the road, and they've lost, I think, 4 in a row. But let's see here. Actually, they lost 5 in a row. Oh, that's all right. I'm putting it on YouTube anyway. I don't expect anybody to come on Periscope anyway. I had about 3 or 4 pop on there. But anyway, but if the playoffs started tonight, it'll be Washington Capitals that have been pretty much flowing through the regular season. They were threatening the regular season point total there for a while. They're at 109. The closest person to them in the Western Conference is 97. That would be the Stars, and they've kind of struggled as of late. So the Penguins, Brandon Holtby, the goaltender, been doing really good. Been doing really good, and the defense finally in Washington are getting going, and that is the big difference. That's the main difference in Washington so far. And they're going to go up against Philly. Philly and the Islanders Detroit's going back and forth. They have 83 points, and Philly is in the second wild card right now. The Islanders got number 1 in the Western Conference. Nashville has 87, and Minnesota has 81, and Colorado and Minnesota are battling for the second one, and Colorado has 80. But so that'll be the first round, Washington and Philly. Another matchup would be Tampa Bay and the Islanders, which would be an in-division. Actually, not in-division. What am I talking about? Tampa Bay will get the first seed. If it started today, of course. It has a lot of games to go. But if it starts today. And the Rangers will start out against Pittsburgh, which would be an awesome series. Florida will be against Boston. Boston would kind of slide. Thanks for joining. Or sliding as of late. Let me get this music started here. All right. So, in the Western Conference, Dallas will face Minnesota or Colorado. The Los Angeles Kings, they're going to win their first division title since like 94 or 5. They will face a Nashville team that has been red hot as late, and that will be a heck of a matchup. What's up, Dave? Thanks for joining. And then St. Louis, Chicago, that's an in division that will be Chicago's slumping as of late. Anaheim, San Jose, both teams have been fairly hot as of late. So those are going to be your first round matchups in the NHL playoffs. It's just like, I guess, anything else. Whoever comes in there hot, don't matter if you're a 1 seed or not. It's like the Kings, every time they win it, they usually don't win their division and everything. But yeah, all in all, tonight will be a couple games we're looking at. Like I said before, I have Carolina beating Columbus, and I'm putting a little bit of money on that tonight. If you follow us on Twitter, on the Right Guys, once again, the Right Guys, we got a little shirt right here. You can just Google us, the Right Guys Sports Show. Just no spaces. That's the easiest way to do it. Usually on Google, and you can find us on YouTube. Tomorrow we're going to be doing UFC, NBA, a couple other things tomorrow night. But today I'm just breaking down some NHL and some Dubai World Cup. Pretty exciting race coming down this Saturday. So I'm back to the hockey. Let's see here. Another game I was looking at is Colorado, Philadelphia. Both teams are looking to get in the playoffs as wild cards. Colorado's one of my favorite teams, and I've vowed not to bet on any of my favorite teams anymore. So I was kind of looking at that game, maybe going with Colorado, but not going to be hopefully do good. But that's going to be a good game to watch for sure. And Detroit, Montreal will be your game. It's on NHL Network, I believe. Montreal, of course, hurt by injuries. The MVP of the league last year gets hurt. He gets hurt this year. I mean, obviously he gets hurt this year, and then they just haven't been the same. Defense is not the same. Got a couple decent goalies that trying to make up the distance, but they just haven't been doing the same. Okay, so that'll be it for NHL tonight, and right into the Dubai World Cup. Once again, when I say world's richest race, the Breeders' Cup Classic here in the United States is the North America's richest race, which is usually around 5 million or whatever it is. This one in Dubai has been won by greats Curlin, Cigar. A few years ago, it was Animal Kingdom, which I won $210 off a random $10 bet when he won the Kentucky Derby. But this race, it takes about a day for the horses to get over there, on these flights. And this year, the World Cup is going to be contested. They're going to have horses all over the place. And we got horses we have 6 or 7 horses from the U.S. We got a horse from Japan, France, 2 horses from Ireland, Australia. So when they say World Cup, I mean, they have races, throughout the day, but it's represented well from all over the place. This year, we have Keen Ice. He's going to be in the hole number 1. This is his 4-year-old year, and he's the one that beat American Pharoah. American Pharoah won the Triple Crown just a little bit ago, and he hasn't really done much since. He's got shipped over there and didn't run his first prep race. Well, he ran, but he didn't really show up. Got 6th or 7th. Interesting. They're going to try blinkers on him for the first time. But I mean, when this Dubai World Cup here, you really don't need to. I mean, you get 2nd place and still take home a big load of cash. 3rd place, And second post is Mishawish. He ran in the Dubai Turf last year. Actually, he's a really special horse because he can run both turf and on the dirt. He's a 5-year-old that, in my opinion, he didn't get to go over there early enough to get a prep race, but I think he's going to have a say in the win place to show here. Gun Pit from Australia. He ran a local prep there. I got to watch that was. I think he got second to Frost, I believe. I'll have to look at that again. But he looks like a decent horse, but not someone that I don't think is going to be in the top 3. Mutahiz, they call him the world traveler. He traveled to the United States and participated in the Triple Crown races. He did the Derby and he did the Belmont as a 3-year-old last year. He's originally from Ireland, and so far he had a prep race and made in there again and didn't really fire like he wanted to, like Keen Ice, but he's more suited. This is going to be contested at 1.25 miles, so he's more suited toward this distance, I think, to the short distances. But he's going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets in the top 3, but I wouldn't bet on him to be in there. In the 5-hole special fighter, he won a prep and kind of got in the front and did some work. He's the horse from Ireland, but I think I haven't got to see him too much. I have one play with him in it, but I'll be surprised if he's in the top 3. Candy Boy, he's bred in the U.S., but he got shipped afterwards. He raced in the Kentucky Derby when he was 3, so he's 5 now, a couple years ago. And 7-hole Vadamos, he's from France. Don't know too much about him, but that does not say anything. I've seen a lot of stuff, MMA guys or horses you don't know too much about, and all of a sudden they start doing damage. An 8-hole Hoko Tarmu, that's the Japanese horse. This guy is a little interesting. He's 7 years old, and this is his 3rd Dubai World Cup appearance. He got 5th last year and got 16th in 2014. So making the 3rd run at the Classic, and I don't know, that'd be interesting. That's cool seeing older horses. Usually they don't really see them past 5 or 6 unless they're geldings, and I don't think he's a gelding, but let's see here. In hole number 9, Frosted he'll be the second favorite. Frosted, of course, ran with American Pharaoh there last year. Pressed him in the Travers, set up Keen Eyes. Really good looking horse. He looked really good in his prep race. He got there the earliest of all the horses, are behind California Chrome, and it's going to be a battle between California Chrome and Frosted. I think this is going to be a really fun race to watch, and he's coming in his 4-year-old year, trying to look really strong, and it'll be a perfect way to start it to at least, if not win, get into the 2nd or 3rd place for Frosted. And then number 10, Opportunity. He's a 5-year-old from the States that he has been really consistent of not really winning races, but getting 2nd or 3rd. And his last race was in a really impressive battle with Imperative and Donworth in the San Antonio. San Antonio? Yeah, San Antonio. He won by a head bob and it was on Imperative. It was really exciting race. But he just got there not too long ago, and he didn't get a prep or anything, which I think is a mistake by Bob Baffert. I mean, if he knew that he was shipping him over there, I mean, he probably should have got him over there earlier, but I guess it is what it is. And then in the stall next to him will be California Chrome, the odds-in favorite. Last year, he only raced a couple times. He was injury. He got 2nd in this race last year. But after that, he got kind of injured, and so he took him some time off and took him to a farm. Excuse me. Woo. Anyways, but they took some time off for him to get healthy, put some weight on him, like 100+ pounds on him, and started getting a lot stronger, and started training him again. And they were saying he's a totally different horse because how big and mature he is, because a lot of these horses don't get a chance to really mature. Like, Pharaoh, he did after his 3-year-old year, he's done a lot of money in their lines and stuff like that. So, but lucky enough, California Chrome gets a chance to continue his career. He's the 2014 Horse of the Year. He won the Kentucky Derby in Preakness, but came up a little short in the Belmont that year to Tonalist. But this got retired this year. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to and hopefully he comes out clean, has a clean ride and go. He's looking to go to the Breeders' Cup Classic in October at his home track in Santa Anita. So that's going to be where he's going to be going towards. But once again, this is going to be a special race. I got a couple plays. If anybody follows us on the Right Guys and likes doing horses, or just has some money in their sports book and got $5 extra or something, I got a couple plays I'm going to do. But with all that, tomorrow we have UFC. What's going on at UFC 200? What the matchups we're looking at? Upcoming matchups. There's all sorts of matchups, all sorts of stuff going on in UFC. Plenty to talk about. But tomorrow, please join us. We'll be here. It's gonna be, let's see here, probably around 2:30 or so, 2:30 or 3. And we'll watch the replay. We're gonna have it on YouTube. Take a look at us. The Right Guys, RITE together, GEUIS, boom. And yeah, thank you very much for taking a look. We're on Periscope here, and I'm probably I'll put this back on YouTube. So hope everybody has a good day, and pass the peace.